Here it is, Debunking and Decoding Keyword Research. And the reason this is so important, and I'm going to go through this article, Tim and Blake, or rather Blake, if you have any questions throughout this process, I'd like you to ask me any questions that you have.
You got
So
it.
Robin wrote this blog article, and go ahead and get those show notes going, Blake. Robin wrote this blog article about all the different things that go into keyword research, and it is quite a in-depth topic, and it really drives every single thing that you're going to do going forward in your SEO plan. A lot of times when we start with folks, we take the keywords that they think are the best keywords first and start running rank tracker on those different keywords to find out where they and their competitors rank right away in the search results, just so we can kind of get an idea of where we're going. But the best way to get started in many cases is to do an in-depth keyword research project. And the reason why that's so important is so we know with data which words are going to be the best to rank for. Because we can find out with keyword research how many people nationwide are searching for a particular keyword. If we find that one keyword yields thousands of people searching for it on a daily basis or monthly basis, and another keyword only yields a couple people searching, that's a huge difference in the number of people searching for that keyword. And we want to go for the one that yields more visitors. Because when we scale that down to a local context, obviously the number is going to be much less than a national context. So keywords, let's back up for a moment and talk about what is keyword research. And it's essentially looking for the words that not only just like one word, so keyword research. When we talk about keywords, a lot of times we're talking about keyword phrases. And those keyword phrases that people type in really make a difference in how you show up. So I want to show you an example of a keyword that we currently rank for. I'm going to pop open a new tab here, and I'm just going to search Amazon Seller Consulting. I search this in Google, and we come up number 3 on the list of the organic results. We're usually hovering between 1 and 3 here. And this is the search term that I searched, and we can see the different search results that come up. And this would be a keyword phrase, or a lot of times we just abbreviate that as a keyword. So when we're looking at keywords, there's so many different things to consider. We're going to get into a lot of those details throughout this blog article and through several of our webinars and videos. But initially, in a nutshell, it's a word that someone searches that results in different things coming up on Google. So when we're looking at the word, there's so many things to think about when you're thinking about SEO. Is this keyword really going to lead to a sale? What is the intent behind the keyword? Is it relevant to what you do? And if I scroll, one way to do really quick keyword research is I can type in something and I can scroll down to the bottom of the page and look at the auto suggestions, the suggestions that Google has. Amazon Sales Consultants, Amazon Consulting Services, Amazon Consulting Experts, Amazon FBA Consulting, Amazon Seller Consulting Services, Amazon Optimization Consultant. So all these things are relevant to what I do. However, here's one, Amazon Consultant Salary. This is not something I would want to rank for because it does not yield somebody who's looking to pay Awesome Dynamic for our services. So that's kind of how I would distinguish some of these from the other ones. But how do we know which ones are yielding more search traffic than others? Well, there's a lot of things that we use, a lot of tools that we use to determine that. And we're going to get into those details as we go through this blog article. So knowing... Go ahead,
I have a
Blake.
question for you, Paul. Why is it so important to be on the first page, essentially, of Google versus, let's say, page 3 to 5?
Sure, I'll definitely answer that. And it is a very important question, so why should I care? Well, statistically speaking, I'm going to use my little measuring tool here. Okay, so the ad went away, so the little ad disappeared up here. Right here, this is the first result. Statistically speaking, this result gets a 42% click-through ratio. Here's spot number 2. This gets a 12% click-through ratio, so 42 to 12. This gets an 8% click-through ratio. This one 7. This one, 6, 5%, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when you think about people who say no one goes to the second page of Google, they're essentially right. And there are those of us that are looking for something and we're willing to go through multiple pages, but what most people do is they come up to the top, they type some other word combination to see if they're going to come up with something better. Let's say, okay, well, let's do consulting services. Okay, you see I come up for this as well, but not as high. Or I might do Amazon Consulting Experts. Okay, here's a different set of results. There I am again. So there's different, here's Amazon Product Consultant. So I don't even show up for that one. But you can see that different results come up for the different words. And again, that percentage is 42, 12, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 down the page. That's why it's important to be on the first page of Google, because if you're not, you don't even have a chance of getting that click through for the term that you're looking to get ranked for. So let me flip it on the other side, Blake. So what? So let's say I am ranking for that keyword that I want to rank for. What difference does that make? Well, I'll tell you what difference it's making for my business right now. Because we're ranking number 3 here, this is actually yielding 2 to 3 new people contacting me through my website or through our phone number every single day from across the country and the world. We've even had people find us in Russia, Sweden, the Dominican Republic, and Canada that have called us over the last month, in addition to folks all over the United States. So that means my sales director, Terry Levin, who's usually with us on the webinars here, doesn't have to do any cold calling or reaching out or networking to find people, because we just have them coming in through the website. And that's why SEO in general is targeted advertising, and knowing the keywords that people are searching and making sure you're coming up for those keywords is so very important to make that very unique situation happen, which is I'm showing up for words that people are searching for. Now, there's tons of factors that influence whether or not you show up, but knowing which words are the best to show up for is really at the core of making sure you're doing all the work after that around the correct keywords. We also see that my results, and I'm sure you notice that as I'm talking about that, has something unique versus all the other ones, and that is I have golden stars next to my search result here, and we do that with a special technique called schema markup. And then we also have a customized title tag that makes it stand out. And those golden stars and this customized title tag and some of this other stuff can kind of trump those results, the 42, 12, 8%. So a lot of folks will see these golden stars, the eye will snap there, and they'll click on this one first if it looks really relevant to them, which essentially gives me a much higher percentage than if I didn't have those. You'll see that mine says number 1, Amazon Seller Consulting, top rated experts, best results. I picked all those words and I put them there. We have a whole nother blog and video about power words and which ones are going to really resonate with people and make them click on your result versus others. We picked these specifically because they resonate with folks and get people to want to click on our result here versus some of the other results that are there. Blake, does that answer your question pretty well?
Absolutely. I think you couldn't have answered that better.
Well, thank you, Blake. I appreciate that compliment. So we do have our special guest coming up in a moment, but before that happens, I just want to talk about why it's important for your business. I think we really covered that, and this is where that 42%, 12%, and 8% came in, and it just keeps going down and down from there. That's why it's important to your business. If you're not showing up at the first page of Google and you're spending time doing all sorts of stuff on your Facebook or optimizing pages without knowing what keyword you're supposed to rank for, or not knowing the correct way to optimize for those pages, those types of things will hold you back unless you're picking the right keywords to begin with. So the next video that we do that will be about keyword research will really involve the 3 key ideas of keyword research and what the golden rules are. And there's actually 4 golden rules. There's relevancy, traffic, commerciality, and competition. and competition's a whole other piece that we have down here in the blog. But we want to split these different ideas up and sprinkle them through here because there's a lot of content, a lot of really important things to consider with each of these different points. And we have a whole series of videos from the keyword research software we use, Market Samurai, and we're going to include not only this video, but also other videos that get into a lot of these details and their videos throughout this blog. This will be very, very good blog post all about keyword research and how it impacts the decisions you should be making for your business online. So with that being said, I want to take a break there for this portion of the keyword research and really encourage you to come on with us for the next section of the keyword research segment on our blog or our webinar either next week or the week after, and we'll cover all those other concepts at that time.